Do you ever question God and think that it's due to your sin or the way you're living your lifestyle that you assume that you're not living in a manner or fashion that's pleasing unto God, and that's why you haven't received your promise, your blessing, your breakthrough? Well, maybe that's not the case, y'all. If you think about the story of Joseph, Joseph lived righteously. Joseph lived for God, yet and still he had to suffer many things. I'm reading Second Timothy, and Paul is talking about how he had to suffer many persecutions, y'all. Maybe you are living according to the will of God. Maybe God is pleased with you, but yet and still we have to suffer and go through things. And I hate to use the word persecution, especially here in America, because I don't believe we've experienced true persecution here in America. Joseph experienced persecution, living in a prison. Paul was beat up, almost stoned, almost killed, shipwrecked, etc. Those are examples of persecution. We're not experiencing persecution here in America. We may lose our internet connection for a few days. We may have to wait in a long line to get Chick-fil-A. That ain't persecution, y'all. So Second Timothy chapter 3, right? But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra, what persecutions I endured, but out of them all the Lord delivered me. Now, that's encouraging. No matter what you're going through, God will deliver you. Paul said God delivered him out of all those persecutions. And sometimes, y'all, we look back on those persecutions or challenges in life. We're like, God, I thank you I went through that because I learned so much. I grew closer to you. That it transformed me. Now I'm a more righteous being. There's a lot of good that can come out of long suffering as well, y'all. Verse 12, yea, and all that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution. But what did Jesus say? Be a good cheer, for I have overcome the world, y'all. So if you are, and I know I said earlier, Americans haven't truly felt persecution, but I know there are individuals that have gone through some pretty traumatic situations here in America. So I don't want to make light of anybody's situation. But Jesus said, be a good cheer, for I have overcome the world. Hey, as a believer, we've been warned. We've been warned. And the one, I